here, but VSE is the team that's got something to prove. It puts them in a good position. If they walk out of this and they lose it, people are going to say, you know what, VSE, good try, good game, but we knew you couldn't do it, so it's all good. But if they can take the win, even if they can take a couple rounds from SnapS or even bring it into a draw, they're really going to prove themselves, and I'm always a fan of the underdog, so I'm going to go ahead and give a little hope for VSE tonight to see what these guys can do against a very strong SnapS roster.
And the match is about to begin, and there goes the fight. We are underway on the Axis team tonight. We have the SnapS team on Allies. We have Violet Solves Everything. I am currently in the courtyard now, just waiting for those Allies to make their way through the barbed wire, and here they come, VSE on the offensive. They want to get there. They need to blow that crypt wide open, grab the gold, and make a play for home. See how they're going to do against SnapS. You have a very good record so far, currently ranked number 1. 9 minutes, 32 seconds left on the clock, just as VSE starting to make their way into the tavern. We've got grenades flying all over the place. So far, no one has died, no one has gone down. And we have Hypnotoad the Lieutenant killing Synchronic, but then he goes down himself, and the fight is underway. Warwitch, are you watching the action?
Absolutely. The battle begins right here in the chokehold that leads to the tavern, but VSE gains the entrance. They storm in, Allies incoming. You're going to always see teams do that. They lock down that initial chokehold right by the entrance of the tavern, but VSE gaining the penetration inside all over the tavern now, engaging the Axis defense falling down. The Allies now going to capture the northwest courtyard. VSE moving in very quickly at 8:55. Maybe the SnapS defense kind of I can't speak, it's so early in the morning, under-anticipated, if that's even a word, I don't know, the incoming VSE offense, because right now, the VSE offense incoming up from the wine cellar, incoming all outside to the crypt, machine gun fire already, we've got an engineer in position, no, 2 medics in position, locking down the crypt, and VSE have got control, but SnapS Capten Lookman puts the Axis defense in position now. VSE gonna have a hard time here. Here comes incoming SnapS to reinforce the crypt, and it looks like VSE had a chance. They might be incoming now out of the wine cellar, and we've got some VSE incoming, are really being cut down from all sides, but a nice well-placed airstrike around the crypt cleared out the majority of the SnapS defense here, so it is an exciting game starting already with, let's take a look at the time, 8:01 on the clock here.
It was a very, very good push by VSE. They were able to get in there and get that forward deployment flag immediately, as I make that mistake for the second time in a row now. Oh my god. And they made a very good push for the crypt. They had an engineer stick his head out and was about to make his way to the crypt to get the plant down. It was unsuccessful. SnapS now have respawned, and they are closer to the crypt, so they're swarming in and taking out the VSG as they come in. We have a Lieutenant Synchronic now killing down Capten with his MP40, throwing out a couple of support fire, but so far no engineer in sight. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. SnapS is just regrouping now, throwing out some support fire, wanting to make sure they can clear that crypt. They do not want to get a VSE in there anywhere. Synchronic now taking out his teammate Pink. That's not so good. Medic, Mur the medic, still alive, but still no sign of any engineers. As here comes DTV, another medic, as they're trying to get the crypt clear of all access. Doing a pretty good job, as DTV still alive, reviving his teammate Mur. Now it's going up against Hypnotoad, and down he goes. Still no sign of the engineer, but here they come. Here's the one engineer, and it is Zenon, and he goes down now, taken out by SnapS Capten MP40. Synchronic's support fire taking out Ripley and Capten, so the crypt is clear right now, but their engineer is dead and in little pieces. They need to get him in here quickly. 6:36 left on the clock.
You know, absolutely, VSE having no problem at the moment actually gaining control of the crypt, but they're not able to keep the engineer alive. The crypt now, 6:28 on the clock. He's got in the graveyard, VSE Pink. He knows the Axis are coming. Here they come now, charging forward. Hypnotoad takes him down. It's just bam, game over. It's one ally against the rush of incoming 6 Axis respawn around the crypt now. Dropping grenades, green light in position, but the engineer blown apart. 6:09, waiting now. Now SnapS back in position. Axis defense, round 1, set 1. EuroCup 7 RTCW, SnapS versus Violent Solves Everything on MP Village. The objective, the Allies incoming VSE gotta get into that crypt, grab the gold, take it back to the Allied truck, and SnapS trying to hold them off as long as they can in RTCW fun. It looks like SnapS now definitely in control, but a massive Panzerfaust, you see it, wouldn't want to be. Oh, SnapS Ripley getting it done. VSE Pink, Synchronic, Zenon, and Mir blown away by the Panzerfaust. And when your team only has 6 members, a 4-man Panzerfaust kill is incredible. DeeAy, wow, all you.
That was astounding. The Panzerfaust makes me happy, and a 4-man kill of 1 Panzer shot is just absolutely wonderful. I love it. Axis reclaiming that northwest courtyard. That is going to hurt the cause for Violence Solves Everything. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left on the clock, and right now the tavern is quiet. They're having to respawn all the way back on the opposite side, way beside the truck there, in order to make their way back towards the crypt. We did have dynamite down, but it was not a successful plant. The crypt has yet to be in touch, and here we go. Violence Solves Everything making their way into the courtyard right now, but we have Hypnotoad on the MG42. They're just mowing them down as they try to make their way into that courtyard. Unsuccessful. Synchronic now throwing out some support fire, trying to get a little bit of a head start, trying to clear the bodies, to clear the Axis team out of that courtyard. They need to get in there. Not sure if they're going to decide to maybe take a backwards route and go the Axis spawn route, but so far they're just sitting here right now. Synchronic still alive, accompanied by Mur the Medic, and it looks like the rest of them have decided to go another route to Warwitch. Do you have a lock on them?
Well, wait, now, basically what is going down is the Violence Solves Everything team really came hard and got a nice, some nice closure on the ground towards the crypt early on, surprising the SnapS team. But what is so strong about the SnapS roster are these guys know how to adapt, and they've now become a very aggressive, free-flowing defense. They were able to bounce back from the offensive Violence Solves Everything, and now they've brought the battle back to the field, pushing VSE all the way back to the Allied spawn point, and that's costing them time at 4 minutes. Now the MG42 courtyard is locked down by SnapS DarkWing Medic, SnapS Sweep Medic as well. Little machine gun fire, and it does look like, in fact, that we do have one ally here. VSE, Preferox, standing by, just kind of waiting. Not sure what he's waiting for to head into the MG42 courtyard. Probably waiting for the Axis go, waiting for the respawn. VSE Pink incoming now behind him. Lieutenant Allied Army incoming. SnapS, Hypnotoad rushing into that chokehold in the MG42 courtyard, and it looks like the Axis are pushing forward. Hypnotoad taking them both down. Oh man, SnapS is now very aggressive. They are probing the Allied offense here, and they themselves going more on the offensive than the defense here tonight. Back to you.
The Allies did try to take the Axis spawn route. They had a medic, a lieutenant, and the sole engineer Zenon trying to make his way, but they were cut off at the pass by the SnapS defense. Being able to pick them up from across the cemetery, didn't even have to break a sweat in order to take them out. They went down. 3 minutes now on the clock. VSE is about 2.5 minutes to get in there and blow the crypt, because actually less than that, because not only do you need to blow the crypt, but you need to get the gold all the way back to the truck, and that's about a 30-second run. So they have about less than 2 minutes to do this, get the dynamite down, and it's not looking so good for them. Support fire from Capten now taking out Zenon, the engineer, the only engineer for the VSE team. Lots of medics, lots of lieutenants. Haven't seen any Panzer fire yet, but they need to do something, because their offensive push was very, very good in the beginning. I was actually a little bit surprised at the amount of skill they showed in taking the tavern away from SnapS, getting in there and getting that flag, but since then they've kind of faltered a little bit. Right now the crypt is absolutely clear. There is no allies, there are no Axis, and 2 minutes 17 seconds left on the clock. It does not look good for the Violence Solves Everything team.
Absolutely, VSE now are having troubles. These guys have basically been split up. Their offense has been cut down, and SnapS is everywhere that they need to be. Waiting now, machine gun fire, incoming VSE MG42 courtyard, but denied. Machine gun fire from SnapS. DarkWing says, you're not coming in through the chokehold in this direction. Try the Axis spawn. Oh, SnapS Ripley, long range, laying down the hurt. 3-man Panzerfaust kill. Mirror Pink and Zenon go down. It's game. It's the hell is the over right there. And boy, I did not see that. That was likely in the Axis respawn area. Basically meaning that every attempt that VSE is making, every angle, every approach they're trying to get to the crypt are being shut down. 1 minute 30 seconds remaining. It's looking grim, and it looks like SnapS is going to have the full time on the clock here in MP Village to try to get the gold and bring it home. DeeAy, back to you. No sound from DeeAy. Stand by. DeeAy, back to you.
See, this is what happened when we pressed the mute button. Okay, 1 minute, 8 seconds left on the clock now. It looks like it is game over for Violence Solves Everything. There is no way they can get in here, blow the crypt, and get their gold, because there is no sign of anybody by the crypt. There, another nice Panzerfaust by Ripley taking out Preferox, and we have less than 1 minute on the clock now. I think it's safe to say that Violence Solves Everything was not successful this round, and SnapS is going to have the full time on the next round. We are going to begin set 1, round 2, in just a few seconds here as DarkWing just cleaning up the last few bodies. We've got Zenon, the engineer, now in the crypt, but he is all by himself. Long distance gunfire from DarkWing. His MP40 cutting him to pieces. 30 seconds on the clock now. There is no hope for Violent Solves Everything. Good games being thrown out all over the place, and that's just about it. Very good defense by SnapS here. Nice another pass from Ripley, taking out DTV, and gunfire in the active spawn area, but it's not going to be good enough. 13 seconds to go, and it is going to be game over in just under 10 seconds now.
Well, 10-second countdown is on, and SnapS really hold off Violent Solves Everything with a nice initial rush, but it's not going to happen. 3, 2, and a 1, and there you go. The Axis win. SnapS hold off Violent Solves Everything and get it done, making the magic happen. DeeAy, we've got Sabo, who is showing up just now. Sabo, you're on our little chat program, buddy. How you doing? Or not? He was here. And
I don't think he is.
He was here, and I saw him. I peeked and I saw Sabo. He was there. DeeAy, give us a quick rundown of the stats here tonight. I'm going to hop into IRC.
Sounds good. It looks like SnapS is definitely coming out on top. Overall efficiency is 61% versus just 38% for Violent Solves Everything. Very good offensive push put out by VSE in the first 4 minutes or so of this map, but then it looks like they lost a little bit of steam, kind of struggled for the last half or more of the map. We're not able to even blow the crypt open, let alone make a successful getaway with the gold. We're going to have to see now if SnapS, if their offense is just as good as their defense was. They have the full time on the clock. I've seen this map. I've seen the objective done very, very quickly. I've seen it not done at all, which is usually the case. Village is one of the more difficult maps for these two teams to battle it out on, as I've seen a lot of draws, especially in the Cal League. And for those of you who may not know how the Cal League works, basically the team has to get to 3 points before they can successfully claim a win. And when you're playing a map like Village and the draws are going back and forth, you're in for a very long game indeed. Luckily, it doesn't quite happen like that for the Clanbase EuroCup RTCW, the way that they play their games. So we're about to begin set number 2, round number 1. No, sorry, set number 1, round number 2. Right, I'm getting ahead of myself here. And then after the next round, we will be switching over to MP Ice, and we will see if VSE is slightly better on that map than they are on this one.
Well, we might be having a 3-man cast here tonight. Sable the Saboteur is back on the mic with me. Sable, can you hear me loud and clear? Looks like the Saboteur still suffering some sabotage here tonight. We'll get back with him in a moment. DeeAy and Warwitch on the mic for you right now. Quick rundown on the roster. Game is fight starting soon, man. Oh man, let's get the crowd into it. Crowd goes wild. TSM, random action going. Ends the server. SnapS in a good position now. These guys have got the full time on the clock, a solid 10 minutes. DeeAy to get it done as the offense. SnapS, Hypnotoad, Vega, DarkWing, Ripley, Sweet, and Capten with some nice pings versus the Axis defense of VSE, DTV, Synchronic, Pink, Zenon, Amir, and Preferox. Incoming action now. Here come the allies. SnapS making the rush. We're going to find out what these guys can do. Heading to the MG42 courtyard. A nice 6-man rush incoming now. Machine gun fire heading towards the chokehold. Waiting now. They hold up. Some grenades explode in the chokehold. Panzerfaust into the chokehold. Ripley takes down DTV, and Pink clears the way for the allies. Charging in. SnapS making the rush. Right-hand side. It's over. Axis are not going to be able to hold up against the incoming blitzkrieg. They are just mown down and rolled over by the just incredible steamroller-style tactics of the SnapS roster. Incoming offense now, DeeAy. It's amazing. Already at 9:09, they capture the northwest courtyard. What a rush on you.
Absolutely, very good rush by SnapS as the entire team is starting to kill themselves now. They have the forward spawn point, so nice Panzerfaust by Ripley, taking out Synchronic and Preferox. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock now. There is one lonely little guy. DTV, the lieutenant, is at the crypt, and down he goes, taken out by Hypnotoad's MP40. The crypt is clear now. We are just waiting for an engineer to make his way up here, making a leisure. There we go. We have a dynamite down. Sweet for the SnapS team has got the dynamite down. We have a green light, and there we go. We have a red light. First successful dynamite plant so far this map. 8 minutes, 33 seconds left on the clock. Just now protecting that dynamite. They want to make sure that goes off, and we have DTV, the lieutenant, trying to get in there to make a little bit of clear the path for the rest of his teammates, but that's not going to happen. Got some support fire thrown down beside the dynamite. That's going to go off any second now, but all of the SnapS teams seem to be safe. There is no engineer, it looks like, for the Allies team, so that looks like they're going to hope to get the gold, stop the goal before it gets to the truck, and there we go. The crypt has been blown wide open. 8 minutes, 2 seconds, and Hypnotoad has the gold.
Well, I got a grab from Hypnotoad now. I don't know what I was doing. I was messing around with the MP3s, likely down into the wine cellar. Let's try to track down the action now. Head down, head down, head down. DeeAy, I don't even know where he is. I'm going to pass the quarterback action to you, because you need to talk more. Go, 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 Hypnotoad. All you.
Exactly. He goes down, but he was followed by DarkWing. They decided to go the Axis spawn route, and DarkWing is just, oh my god, surrounded by the Axis as they all spawn in at the exact same time, and they take the gold. They take him down from behind. Couple of shots to the back brought him to his knees. He drops the gold, and it was returned. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left on the clock. It was a good idea to go the Axis spawn route, but in the end, did not work out for them. His teammates were too good at killing them all, and they all spawned in at the same time. Gold has been picked up one more time now by SnapS Capten, the Lieutenant, and I'm following him as he decides to go back up he goes into the wine cellar and then back up the other ladder, deciding to go one more time the Axis spawn route, waiting for some backup though, and got some. He's heading back now into the wine cellar. 6 minutes, 57 seconds left on the clock, and they're making their way through the tavern. They want to return that gold. If they will, then they will claim the first point for the first set.
Nice. SnapS Capten down, killed by the medic. SnapS, sweet now with the grab. Very nice, tricky cap maneuvers as they take it just in a very roundabout kind of way to confuse the Axis defense. SnapS now with the grab. Sweet's got it. Backed up by his teammates, machine gun fire, killing corpses. Axis defense making the rush now past the MG42 courtyard into the Allied courtyard now, making the rush, still backed up. Sweet escorted now by SnapS DarkWing. We've got Sweet, the lock on into the gauntlet here by the tower. Waiting now, machine gun fire, making the rush, charging forward into the broken town cottage. Charging forward, gonna take it around the Allied spawn, heading towards the truck. Waiting now, machine gun fire. Axis in position, SnapS DarkWing, here he comes, trying to get it home, and can he do it? Yes! Gonna get it done. And DeeAy clearly beats the time right there, makes the magic happen, sets the time at 3:53, or beats the time at 10 minutes, and at 3:53, that means one thing. The score is now 1-0 in favor of SnapS.
Very, very good push by the SnapS team. Taking a look at some of the statistics here, very, very similar to what we had last time. SnapS coming in on top with an efficiency of 62% versus 38% for Violet Cells, everything. That is good enough with a time of 3 minutes and 53 seconds. A very nice time on Village. That is good enough to claim them the first point. So it's set number 1 going to the SnapS team. Score is 1-1. We are about to begin set number 2. Just waiting on 5 players to start. I have the Wolf TV address for anybody who is not connected and wants to. Wolf TV is games2.online.no for 10,000. One more time, Wolf TV, games2.online.no for 10,000. Very odd WTV address, but I guess it works for you guys as we're waiting on 4 players to start up to begin set number 2 on Village. Clanbase, EuroCup VII RTCW action brought to you by tsncentral.com. Warwitch on the mic, DeeAy on the mic. Gonna be a good game.
You know, absolutely. And a quick shout out to our strategic partners. We've got Speakeasy, we've got OGLPsychoservers.com, and Clanbank. Everybody tells me it sounds like I'm saying Clanbake, but it's Clanbank, like B-A-N-K. You know, where you deposit your money.
Prepare to fight.
Strategic partners, Team Sportscast Network. Waiting now. 5-second countdown. DeeAy, I think we got the lockdown here. 1-0 in favor of SnapS. Game is underway. And here we go. Back to you. Mute button or something. So I'm going to carry the action. Here I go. SnapS is now the Allied offense going to try to set the time. 9:44. SnapS incoming now. SnapS Ripley. Ripley, the soldier for the Allied army, making the rush. MG42 courtyard. He's got the pistol out. Charging towards the chokehold of the tavern. Throwing a grenade inside. Waiting now. No action. Pulls out the Panzer, waits now, Allied bazooka, tries to gain a target acquired, opens fire and takes out DTV, a one-man Panzer kill, but he gets it done, locks it down, machine gun fire, that crowd very distant. Some grenades exploding in the tavern, and it looks like the majority of the SnapS team may have decided to go up the Axis spawn point. DeeAy, you have a lock on the incoming SnapS roster.
I am actually in the tavern right now, and it looks like Ripley was being used as a diversion. His Panzer was taking out one man and a whole bunch of chairs. Then he charges into the tavern and is taken down, but it looks like VSE is starting to clue in as to what's happening. There's only one man here. That can't possibly be right. They're making their way back towards the Allies, or the Axis spawn, leaving Preprox here to guard the tavern and the forward deployment flag. And there is no sign of them. I'm heading my way through the wine cellar right now. Gonna go over to the crypt to find out where everybody is. And here we go. All the action in the world. And the crypt is still clear. There is no sign of a plant. Support fire all over the place now. Snaps being taken out by a Preferox MP40, but they're making their way towards the crypt. We've got some good defense by the Violent Assault. Everything team 8 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock now. Still no sign of any engineer beside the crypt, and I'm going to throw it back to Warwitch.
Well, keep in mind the score is 1-0 EuroCup VII RTCW Week 7 MP Village tonight, and 1-0 in favor of SnapS here. SnapS now trying to set the time at 8:09, the time that they set last round, or they beat the time at 10 minutes with a 3:53 on the clock. Going to try to speed that up just a little bit here. A little crypt defense going on. VSE Synchronic around the crypt left-hand side. Waiting now. Let's go down into the wine cellar, find out what's going on. A little TK action going on for the VSE roster. Heading back up to the tavern. Going to find out what's happening up here. Forward flank still unclaimed by the incoming allied SnapS team. Here we go. We got VSE in position inside the tavern. They're locked down behind the crates and barrels, waiting now. Let's head out. Let's move into the MG42 courtyard. Here we go. Some revivals being made. SnapS DarkWing revival. SnapS Ripley. Ripley now soldier incoming now. Gonna blow up the Panther. Machine gun fire. Making the charge. Inside SnapS doing it and doing it well. Taking down the Axis. The crowd loves it. And the wild carnage continues here. The machine gun fire continues to explode. Left right hand side. SnapS just running down to Axis defense. Major exchange of fire. It's a knife fight inside of a phone booth going on right here. And I think VSE actually come out on top. It looked like SnapS was actually going to gain control of the tavern, but denied. Nay, not going to happen. 9. The Axis VSE in position to guard the chokehold of the tavern. 7:01 on the clock. DeeAy. It looks like the SnapS offense is slowing down.
It does indeed. It also looks like VSE has gotten a little bit a better grip on what SnapS is going to throw at them this round. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go, and by this time we had already gotten the forward deployment flag taken. There was dynamite down, the crypt was blown, but so far this round, no luck. 6:42 on the clock. I'm in the wine cellar now. Bit of a fight now. Pink versus Vega, the medic, and he's going down, but the crypt is still absolutely clear. 6.5 minutes left on the clock now, and we have Vega. He is on top of the crypt. Courtyard has been reclaimed by the Allies team, but we have no engineer. Ripley with his head but taking out Synchronic and Mur. 2-man kill now as Zenon and some other guy who just died trying to swarm on the crypt. They want to clear it, and here we go. We have a green light. We have Sweets, the engineer, and dynamite has been planted. 6 minutes, 7 seconds left on the clock. Dynamite is down. Looks like SnapS has fairly good control of the crypt right now. They're in here. They're coming in through the gate, or the courtyard, the graveyard gates, and they're just holding off. Warwitch, back to you.
SnapS team use a very interesting two-pronged attack. They probe the defenses of VSE, and they bring it from multiple angles so that the VSE team try to move to respond, and they sneak the allied troops in. Right here in the village of Cherbourg, the battle continues. The battle continues. Allies steal the gold out of nowhere. Who's got the grab? Let's track it down. I'm just rambling, and we've got an allied grab right here. Who's got it? SnapS Capten. Looks like he might have gone down the wine cellar. I've been out in the graveyard, hanging out with the corpses. Not sure what I'm doing there, but we're going to try to track down Capten now, moving down through the tavern, looking for him, looking for that little exclamation point above his head. Still no sign of the action. DeeAy, do you have a lockdown on the cap?
I do. Capten's being backed up by Hypnotoad, and they're in the tavern right now. We're just waiting for some more backup, and here we go. He decides to go drop the gold, and Vega's medic takes it up again. Just waiting for his partners. Hypnotoad is out there in the courtyard, facing off against Pink, but here's the rest of the SnapS team. They're going to provide the backup, but from behind, here comes Preferox, taking him down, but not successful. The gold is still in possession, and Vega now has it. Vega the medic backed up by the rest of his team as they were able to be revived by the rest of the medics. Good job here by SnapS, making sure their teammates stay alive. The gold is in good hands. They're just making their way now through the courtyard, back through the barbed wire, which is blown up, and caught by surprise, but he does not go down. Gold is still in possession of the SnapS team. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left on the clock, and I have lost it. There it is. Looks like it's Sweets, or no, Vega still has it, making his way to the truck. He's got a clear route, and he's just waiting. There we go. They've escaped with the gold. Time has been set. 5 minutes and 41 seconds. Not as good as their first time of 3:53, but still a very respectable time for the SnapS team. VSE is going to have a difficult time trying to match that or beat that. 5:41 on the clock, and we're about to begin round number 2, set number 2. On one player now, as Ripley says he's not ready because he was smoking. Bad boy.
Bad. 9. Don't do it. All right. Quick sounder. Back with more in a moment.
You are tuned into Access RTCW Radio, here on the TSN.
And the sounds you team. DeeAy here, they come. VSE making the charge up the front now. We're going to find out what these guys can do. Locking it down, incoming rush into the MG42 courtyard. DTV getting it done. Here we go into the chokehold. Grenades exploding right by the tavern. What's going to happen? We're going to find out here in a moment. A whole lot of carnage, and then VSE stall. They stall. They slow down. They can't do that. It's like, you got to just charge into the breach. Good game. Incoming now, making the rush. Machine gun fire from all sides. Major crossfire from SnapS. Something that the SnapS team has been damn good at is these guys will just catch you in a crossfire from every single angle. You don't know where the attack is coming from, and there were literally a crossfire of 3 different directions in that last engagement. SnapS DarkWing now pulls out the knife and begins to stab the corpses of the allies, ensuring that they are dead, and that shuts down the first rush here tonight, as VSE is literally slamming against a brick wall of the Axis defense here. 4:27 on the clock, and we are game underway. You know what? I'm going to hand it to you, because I'm just starting to ramble and make German noises now, so your turn.
Very good gunfire by Sweet and Capten in particular. Capten with 1 grenade taking out 2 guys with his MP40, taking out 1 more, and Sweet taking out 3 men with his MP40. That's the entire roster of Violence Falls, everything right there, taken down by 2 guys. Very good show, good aim, and good gunfire by those 2 players on the SnapS team now. For less than 4 minutes on the clock, and they're coming in, and they're being mowed down by the MG42. Ripley's Panzerfaust taking out Preferox, and Zenon going down by the MP40. He doesn't enter a medic alive. He's reviving his teammates, and they're falling back. They're deciding to retreat, maybe try and take a different route, because you know what? The tavern is locked down. That is not going to work for them. And with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left on the clock, they do not have time to try and make their way through. Now I'm following Zenon and DTV, both medics now, as they make their way. They're hopping into... Oh, I hear a Panzerfaust, but no, unsuccessful, doesn't make contact with anybody. Making their way now through the, I guess that would be a house of some kind. Yes, I don't know what that's called. But they're going through the Axis spawn, trying to make their way. They've got 3 minutes, 20 seconds to get to that crypt. Zenon being taken out by Ripley's Panzerfaust, and Synchronic goes down by Capten's MP40. Want to give a quick shout out to Alpine. How you doing, guys? Glad to have you listening as we are on the crypt now, and gunfire snaps. Sweet the medic, he's making sure no one gets through, reviving his buddies, and we've got some gunfire coming from the tavern, but I still see no sign of the Allies team. Warwitch, you know where they are?
Well, I've got a lockdown. I'm on the crypt now. It looks like the action may have switched to the graveyard. We've got some incoming airstrike monitors and incoming bombs from above. Bombs over Baghdad. Game over. Oh, the machine gun fire in the graveyard. VSE King behind the tree. Machine gun fire all sides. DarkWing ducked. Well, DarkWing sweeps in, gets it done, pulls out the knife, stabs him in the throat. Game is over. Good night. 2-3-2. SnapS a very a malleable defense. These guys are able to bend and flex. They're able to adjust. And the Violence Solves Everything crew are just not having any luck here tonight. Waiting now, very quiet. You know, I think I'm hearing a flamethrower, but I just can't see a damn thing. Not much going on. VSE near taken down by SnapS. DarkWing's MP40, and then Synchronic is mowed down by Sweet and his MP40 action going on. Basically, VSE is just getting out fragged here tonight. Very quiet DeeAy right here around the crypt in the graveyard. Quiet as it should be. Quiet, dare I say, as a tomb. There all you.
Oh, that was bad. 1 minute, 50 seconds left on the clock now, and you are correct. The crypt is quiet. We're paying a lot of respect for the dead now. We do not want to break into their crypt and steal their gold. Forward deployment flag has not been taken so far this round. It's still clear, and I'm headed into the tavern trying to find anybody. Come on, there's got to be some action out here somewhere. 1 minute, 34 seconds left to go, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a very successful push now. I'm inside the MG42 courtyard, and SnapS has a very good defense set up here, just waiting to see if anybody comes in. I hear gunfire coming from a distance, but I see nobody, and with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go, there is really no time for me to be seeing nobody. The crypt has not been blown, the gold has not been touched, and VSE is rapidly running out of time. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it this round either, and a nice Panzerfaust by Ripley. Synchronic Preferox going down 2 men off of the Violence Falls Everything team, and we have less than 1 minute to go.
May as well sound the 1 minute warning right now. And little known secret, my favorite weapon, your favorite weapon's the Panzerfaust, great to Shoutcast, but a close second and barely ever used is the MG42. I just love the crewman MG42. It doesn't have a lot of use in the game, but it's just so much fun if you get on that and you get to just mow down every single person that comes at you. I love it. Nothing like being behind those sandbags. 31 seconds remains. 30-second warning. Once again, trouble afoot. Good game. Here comes VSE. A little bit too late. Charging into the breach. MG42 MP40 action going on as Hip No Toad lays down two members of incoming VSE. VSE realizes it's over, and the score quickly going to be a 2-0 margin. Machine gun fire inside the tavern, and SnapS is just dominating the game here tonight. Boogie is saying that the Axis code sounds like Michael Jackson. Europeans and your damn Michael Jackson fascination.
The Axis win.
The Axis win. 2-0, SnapS.
Violence solves everything. Not able to beat that time set by SnapS. 5:41 goes by, and they do not get into the crypt one more time. Efficiency is very, very similar for all the rounds this time. 66% overall for SnapS versus 33% for VSE, and almost 50% difference in their efficiency. Score's not very high this round because, you know what, there's just not that much going on. You only have 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes, but now we're switching over to MP Ice.
Gives us a chance to play a sounder or two on the Team Sportscast. Never mind, I give up. Back in a second.
Would you like your file served to you at mock speeds? FileShack is a network of lightning-fast servers with a direct cross-connection into the Speakeasy DSL user base, giving users of Speakeasy DSL priority network access for the quickest possible downloads from a truly massive file collection. All FileShack servers are hosted in Speakeasy DSL facilities around the USA on fully redundant internet bandwidth. That's a real nice balance spread across 11 major cities. So head on over to FileShack.com, sign up for your totally free account, and grab all the latest demos, mods, patches, and more. FileShack is administered by Steve Gibson of Shack News and maintained within the Speakeasy network. With FileShack, you don't need to wait. Everyone gets their files fast.
Wow, that was like the loudest plane I've ever heard. Man, that was close. Right over my head. Here's the deal. Welcome back. 2-0 lead in favor right now of the SnapS team. We're on MP Ice now, and you know the map. I'm not even going to explain it to you, but one thing I will say is that the Allies are on the defense as the Axis is on the offense here tonight. So, Axis offense, SnapS incoming, trying to set the time. 9-3-0 remaining to VSE Allied defense. Dynamite plant already near the service doorway. That means that the SnapS team is coming and knocking. Rap, tap, tapping on the chamber door of the Allied defense. DeeAy, take it away.
Interesting strategy by Violence Solves Everything. A lot of times on this map, you will see the Allies making a rush for the Axis spawn point, the forward deployment flag, trying to get in there and make sure that they can... I'm ignoring it when I do that.
I had to cut you off. The forward deployment flag. I didn't know the flag was a thing. Let's stick a wood.
Oh, that's bad. That's what happens when you get Warwitch early in the morning. He makes some bad jokes. Violence Solves Everything, sitting in their defense right away on the tower, not even bothering to go into the service halls to try and cut them off at the pass. They're not going to risk it. Allies have reclaimed the shipping halls, but 8 minutes, 35 seconds left on the clock. The service door has been blown. SnapS making a run now. They're going to be coming through any second, waiting for that, trying to get their hands on the documents, as I'm all flustered because Warwitch keeps making fun of me.
It won't just be me. I think that's going to be like a legendary thing. It's going to change the face of RTCW as the team scrambles. Grab it! Get the forward deployment flag! Get it! And it's trust me, it's like the Axis code. It's going to become a part of RTCW history, and it's all because of you. Good DeeAy. Good DeeAy. Allied defense, upper tier.
That's what it's always wanted to be known for.
MP Ice. Waiting now for any signs of action. 7:57 on the clock right now. Let's see what's going on. I don't know. Nothing up here. Let's go into the shipping hallway. Here's SnapS DarkWing. Sticks his head out and is rewarded with some machine gun fire. He's all alone, waiting for the Axis team. Where are the SnapS team? I do not know. I do not know where they are. They're eating sauerkraut. Oh, here they are. Respawning now. It looks like several of them are going to head towards the service doorway. We got a 3-man rush right here, led by SnapS. Sweet charging forward, making the charge. Incoming now. Heading outside, making the run, making some revival from SnapS Capten. Leutnant is revived. Machine gun and grenade fire now. The excitement is building as they make the charge. Machine gun fire inside down those lower corridors. VSE Zenon is down. Support fire as Mirror blown away by SnapS Capten support fire. But still VSE in control of the upper tier right here, in control of the documents, waiting now. Still no signs. It looks like SnapS may have been shut down. Sweets is all alone. Dodges a Panzer. Trips over the Axis Ghost. Is alive. Goes over the hand-over-hand ladder and is taken down. Then blown away by Preparox, who makes the revival on his companion on the upper tier. 650. Got a dynamite plant on the porter's wall, which is going to give the SnapS incoming Axis team a little more option in which to make their attack on the documents at 640. All you.
I'm on top of the tower now as SnapS Hypnotoad the Engineer is still alive. Panzerfaust and Zenon taking out Ripley, and the documents are still well guarded by the Violent Falls Everything team. Dynamite is taken away down by the wall there. Hypnotoad is still alive. He's an engineer. He's dodging some grenades. He's some support fire as well as MP40 and Thompson fire from Myrrh. He goes down though, no, not able to get through. The wall is blown, and right now the top of the tower is clear. Some support fire by Capten, successfully clearing the allies away from the documents as the Axis team now trying to regroup. Here comes Capten, just narrowly missing some Panzerfaust fire. Doesn't make contact. Allies trying to come up now, and we have a guy hiding on top of the documents. Preparox now decides to pop out and try and get rid of the Axis team. Unsuccessful as Capten has the documents. They're in his possession, and he is now being backed up by Vega. Still trying to dodge some MP40 fire. They're still alive, but they are on the tower right now. He is jumping, going down to the bottom level, and now he's Panzerfaust from Ripley taking out Pink and DTV, and the documents are in the shipping halls right now. Warwitch, do you have a lock on?
I got a lock right now. He's got it. He's moving, he's dodging, he's weaving. He's got it done. SnapS Capten now to South Connection, heading onwards towards the half-tracks. The Axis half-track now making the rush. Incoming now. He's backed up by sweet SnapS Capten with the grab. 517 on the clock, making the rush. 30-yard line. Coming in. Axis tower. Trying to get it done. Can he do it? Waiting. Incoming now. SnapS Sweet clears the area. It appears to be clear. Ripley's Panzerfaust taking everybody down. Waiting now for the incoming and the Axis win. That's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. 4:55 on the clock right there, and SnapS get it done. Good game being exchanged. Can VSE beat that time? We're going to find out. DeeAy, your thoughts?
4:55, very good time set by the SnapS team. Taking a look at some efficiencies here, not quite as much of a difference between the two teams. 52% for SnapS versus 47% for VSE. They had good defense, and the strategy of going just right on top of the tower, not even bothering with the shipping halls, seemed to work for them, but in the end, the powerful SnapS team coming through, transmitting those documents, and right now, 4:55 on the clock. That's not a lot of time for VSE to get in there and get those documents, especially if SnapS' defense is going to be anything like it was on MP Village. Going to have a big battle in front of them.
Keep in mind that the best the Violent Solves Everything team can hope for here is a tied ball game, but that is something to aim for. 2-0 in favor of SnapS, who dominated on MP Village. On MP Village, Violent Solves Everything came out of the gate early on with a very strong strat, but it just kind of fell apart on them. SnapS dominated with a 2-0 margin so far, going into MP Ice with that lead. They're feeling confident. They grab the documents, they bring it back to the Axis transmitting tower at 4:55. Now roles are going to be reversed, and here's the deal. Allied defense, SnapS, Hypnotoad, Vega, DarkWing, Ripley, Sweet, and Capten. VSE, Axis offense, DTV, Synchronic, Pink, Zenon, Mir, and Preparox. And DeeAy, I will not be surprised if, in fact, we see the SnapS take a very aggressive defense here and take it to the shipping hallways, take it to the forward deployment flag, and try to take it all the way to the Axis spawns. We're going to see some aggressive Allied defense, in my opinion.
Absolutely. SnapS is not going to want Violent Falls Everything to get anywhere near the documents because they only need to hold them off for 4 minutes, 55 seconds. Not a lot of time. They can easily do it, and I think just to show them who's boss, they're going to try and make sure they don't even get anywhere near those documents, let alone get them transmitted. The game is underway now following the SnapS Allies team as they're starting to make their way towards the shipping halls, not going to take the same defensive route that Violent Falls Everything took the first round. They want to make sure they don't even get that flag because, you know what, that's theirs. They're not going to share it. And look, you'll note that I pronounced the L that time. I'm very proud of myself. SnapS now sitting inside the flag. We've got Ripley with his Panzerfaust out, and he's firing, and he makes contact, taking out VSE Pink. Pink is now in little tiny pieces all over the shipping halls. Gunfire has begun. The fight is underway. Still not very much sign of the Axis team, though, but the dynamite has been planted at the service door, so here comes the SnapS SnapS team gonna take out their engineer? Leaves 3 guys for VSE sitting here beside the shipping hall doors, and hopefully SnapS is gonna realize that. And no, big gunfire. Warwitch, you see what's going on?
Major carnage incoming. SnapS right here rushing in towards the just huge fortification of Axis members all over the service doorway and leaning over. It is gonna be defused. That's what I'm talking about. SnapS is aggressive. These guys are mean. And Ripley is a nightmare. There's a pink and Synchronic blown away in the field. They just bend over for the Panzer that time. 3-4-0. SnapS all man all over the service hallways, all over the flag, just aggressive, dropping grenades in the north and south connection, forcing the Axis all the way back to the respawn zone. Here come the Axis now. Respawn area by the Axis tower, making the rush towards that north connection. Going to be trying to get it done. Incoming marker for incoming airstrikes. Going to try to rush past that prep rocks into the chokehold of the tunnel, trying to sweep towards the deployment flag. And waiting now, we've got a little ambush set up. Oh, either side of the box. This is awesome. There's a box in the tunnel, and SnapS Hypnotoad's on one side, and DTV's on the other, and DTV gets on top of it, sweeps around the corner, and takes out the Allied ambush right there. Very cool scene right there. Hard to describe the carnage going on for you here in the hallways, north and south connection. By the flag itself, 255. SnapS trying to lock it down, machine gun fire. SnapS Ripley still in charge of the forward deployment flag. He is a soldier, and he's got a pistol, and VSE Pink's got a machine gun, and you know what? The machine gun's going to come out on top right there. The Axis now going to reclaim the shipping the hallways, and we've got a potential rush right here. The Axis VSE team have a chance to get it done. Machine gun fire, killing bodies. Can they do it? They've got to beat the time of 2-3-3 to stay in this ball game, and we're going to find out as we pass it back to you.
I was over by the tower and where the documents were sitting, and it was absolutely clear. It looks like SnapS is very confident in their ability to hold off violence whilst everything inside the shipping halls. They did not leave a single man to guard the documents. I don't know if VSE had realized that, but if they were able to sneak through, it would have been game over, or at least somewhat close. Shipping halls have not been blown. The door is still solid, and I don't even see a green or red light there. Dynamite has not been planted since that first unsuccessful plant by VSE being defused by Hypnotoad, the engineer. Here we go. Dynamite has finally planted at the service hall door, but you know what? 1 minute and 52 seconds is left on the clock, and that is just not all the time in the world. Following now Ripley and DarkWing as the Allies team set up their defense on the hill outside of the shipping hall exit. Some support fire being thrown, but not going to be good enough. Nowhere near the hill that's protecting these guys. They're just picking off the VSE team as they come in. Zenon going down with an MP40. Taking out Ripley with his MP40, and support fire from Hypnotoad taking out Pink. Service door has been breached now as the Allies team make their way to the top of the tower. They have to fall back now because there is an open route for the VSE team to come in there and swoop those documents. However, they do not have a lot of time to do it. 1 minute, 12 seconds left on the clock. They're going to have to make one successful, solid push to get in here, get the documents, and get back home, or it's going to be game over. And the point for this round will go to SnapS, giving them a 3-1 lead. But the game is not yet over. 1 minute to go. Warwitch, throwing it back to you.
Well, we sounded the 1 minute warning. SnapS in defense of the upper tier right now. We've got SnapS Weaslow right hand side, SnapS Vega left hand side. Double medic action going down right here. Med packs being dropped. We've got several men out in the field. DarkWing medic out in the field by the hillock, overlooking that chokehold that leads from the service hallways. Taking down SnapS Capten, Lieutenant or Lieutenant rather, than making the revival. Machine gun fire. 30-second warning waiting now. It's just crazy carnage going on, and SnapS DarkWing takes down Pink, who was trying to get something done right there on that icy hillock. 23 seconds remains. It's not going to happen, and we're going to have a 3-0 lead in just a moment for the dominant SnapS defense here tonight as the Allies get it done in MP Ice. They went up 2-0 in MP Village, and now are clearly dominating on MP Ice tonight. The Allies reclaim the shipping hallways. 6-second countdown is underway. There's a grab out of nowhere, but guess what? Too little, too late, and Zenon with the grab goes to his death. He grabs the documents bravely in the final 2 seconds, then dives to his death. What a way to go. I mean, if you gotta go, that's the way to go.
They're actually going to be able to do it. Waiting on 2 players to ready up, about to begin what could be the last round. We're beginning the last set, but yeah, just, you know what, ignore what I say, because I obviously have no idea what I'm talking about.
The game will be starting soon, but I think we've got some time. We'll join the game in progress in a moment. A couple sounders back, and at you, TSN.
The Online Gaming League is a gaming community website maintained by a dedicated staff of volunteer gamers. Founded in 1999, number 67, the Speakeasy Tell a Friend program. Speakeasy subscribers who refer a friend for service receive a $25 reward. That's right, all you have to do is tell your buddy to switch to Speakeasy and it's $25 in your pocket. Refer a business and earn $50. Not a Speakeasy subscriber yet? Give your head a shake. Great rates, gamer focus, and kick-ass service means Speakeasy is your only high-speed choice. Join the thousands of gamers who've already made the switch and find out why Speakeasy is now the largest privately held broadband provider in the United States. www.speakeasy.net. Some restrictions apply. Must be a Speakeasy subscriber to qualify. See website for details.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the final engagement of SnapS versus VSE. Dominant tonight. 3-0 lead for SnapS. Get it done. We're on empty ice, and how much time do we got on the clock at the moment? 8:11. Game underway. Here's the deal. Allies, defense, SnapS going to try to hold off VSE for the entire time. DeeAy, you've been watching the game. Give us a quick rundown of what's happened so far.
I have, and SnapS is plain angry. We have a dynamite plant on the service door, 7 minutes, 55 seconds to go, but this is the second service door plant. They had one, I thought it was going to blow, but a little bit of carnage cleared out the Axis team, and they were able to defuse the dynamite one more time. 7:45 now on the clock as, grenade from DTV taking out DarkWing and Hypnotoad, who was their engineer, not going to be able to defuse the dynamite this time around. DTV, the lieutenant, still alive, guarding that dynamite with his life, and they were coming. They were going to try and defuse that dynamite one more time, but they were taken out by that grenade. Service door has been breached now, and it looks like the Allies team are going to fall back to their tower because they do not want VSE to get their hands on those documents. 7:17 on the clock, fight now being taken outside. I'm heading, dynamite has been planted at the fortress wall, but that doesn't mean documents. There's good defense up here. SnapS, Vega, the medic, as well as Sweet, both medics guarding the top of the tower, waiting for the rest of their teammates. Ripley's Panther taking out Mur, and VSE, they're just being picked off one by one. Lots of deaths coming up on my screen. 6:50 left on the clock, and Warwitch, back to you.
You know, I'm not sure if you can hear my cat in the background, but can you hear that? A little bit?
A little?
Yeah. She's talkative. I got my own little kitty. Hey, baby, what's up? I got my little kitty over there. It's having a good time. The Axis cat trying to climb my ladder, having a hard time of it. But you know what? We're talking about the game. What am I doing rambling about cats and stuff? Here's the deal. SnapS is just in position. It's 6:25. It's the major lockdown here on the Allied fortress. It's got to be magic time for VSE to get anything done. I admire their dedication to try to really make the magic happen, but they're just being out-fragged. Take a look at the console, and all you see is one death after another. Synchronic blown away by Ripley's grenade, then DTV blown apart by Ripley's grenade. Hey, a two-man kill. Zenon killed by DarkWing's Thompson. Mir then shot down by artillery support from Capten, and then DarkWing pulling out the Thompson, taking down Preferonk. So basically, SnapS is using every weapon in the book to kill the incoming violence solves everything roster. Ripley then adds a little insult to injury with a two-man Panzerfaust kill. And then vaporizes himself. So basically, DeeAy, SnapS are playing mean, and they're pulling out daggers, they're pulling out knives, they're pulling out pistols, anything they can use to get the job done. And they're taking down that VSE roster at 5:34 remaining. Already have knocked off some vital minutes on the clock here tonight. 3-0 lead, and basically VSE just now kind of playing to try to get themselves on the scoreboard, but it's looking grim. DeeAy, all you.
I'm on top of the tower right now as Sweet the medic and Vega the medic, they're holding the fort down. Axe is recapturing those shipping halls, but 5 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. Lots of time, but that's more than SnapS needed last time to get their hands on the documents and get them transmitted. Trying to go down now into the shipping halls to see where the Axis team is, because I see no sign of them out here, but they're going down, so somebody's down there stopping them. Vega taking out his teammate, Hypnotoad. You don't want to do that, but although you've got to set a good defense, so at this point it's about a nice Panzerfaust by Ripley. Again, Synchronic Preferonk going down. Preferonk just seems to really love that Panzerfaust from Ripley, because every time I look up, down he goes. Ripley getting a little bit, taking out some angst or some anger on him with his Panzerfaust. Back on top of the tower now, no sign of the Axis team. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. The documents are still completely safe.
Ripley is tearing it up. You know, if you want to get the attention of a Shoutcaster, pull out the Panzer or the crew-manned MG-42. Man, every time he opens fire, at least takes down 2 members, 2 or 6. And man, he silent solves everything. It's got to take him. We talked about this the last time we shoutcasted. They've got to take him out of the equation. Plain and simple. Mathematics aren't going to add up to victory if you've got Ripley laying down the Panzer herd, laying that pipe of doom down on your right here. VSE regrouping here in the service hallways, just kind of gearing up, bouncing stuff back and forth. They've got ammo packs and medic packs and Synchronic right now taking machine gun fire from the hillocks. You can hear it just rattling against the doorway and the stoneworks as it's SnapS DarkWing machine gun fire right there into the chokehold that leads out from the service hallways to the Allied fortress. Not much going on. Ripley open up one-man Panzerfaust, kills Zenon, blown away, but still nothing. 3:33 on the clock. Ripley dropping grenades in by the service doorway where we got some Axis incoming now. Here's a rush. Axis out and shut down. No Zenon alive. Several of the Axis now crouching inside of those shipping hallways, just in front of the Allied courtyard, waiting to make or try to get something done. We've got them now in the lower tier. We've got an incoming airstrike. We've got Preparox taken down. Oh, it's a TK by VSE DTV. Lays the airstrike down. Preparox kind of looks around, oh my god, and realizes he's toast as the Axis Mitcher Schmidt goes right for him and takes him down. It's a case of friendly fire. Incoming rush right here over the hand-over-hand ladder, upper tier, but shut down by Hypnotoad, and Sweet ain't gonna let it happen, and it's just not gonna be a good rush for VSE. 245. The Axis reclaim the shipping hallways now. The Allied SnapS team being very aggressive, DeeAy. All you.
Very good push by VSE, but you know what? It just wasn't good enough. The team of Sweet and Hypnotoad just shutting them down. They were able to get on top of the tower, but not close to the documents as they were closed out, shut down by the Thompson MP40 fire by Sweet and Hypnotoad. Good defensive tactics. They've only got their 3 guys up here, but those 3 guys seem to be more than enough to keep Violent Falls everything away from the key, away from the goal. And here they come, Preparox trying to go around to the opposite side now, going up the side ladder. He's a medic, healing himself, just waiting for some of his teammates as Synchronic now, the lieutenant, on top of the tower, and he goes down though, taken out by Vegas Thompson. More fire now, Preparox, and we have a grab. Preparox, the medic, has the documents, being met by his teammates, taken out, and Zenon kills him, takes the documents, and then heals his teammates. Documents in control of Zenon, just waiting now. He needs some backup. The rest of his teammates are here, and he's falling down to the bottom level. Still has the documents. 1 minute, 40 seconds left on the clock, making a run for it, hiding right now through some boxes, and making a play for the shipping halls. They're still on top of the tower, though. They have not been able to get there. There we go, going down the ladder. They are inside the shipping halls, and his path is being cleared by Murr. Both of them are medics. They've got some backup now, and if they can make a solid push and they can actually get through, they might be able to set a time, although not a very good one. 1 minute, 12 seconds left on the clock with gunfire. Oh no, he takes him out. The documents are still in control of the Axis team. Zenon still has them. And 1 minute, 2 seconds to go. There's a lot of gunfire happening out here, though. Allies have gone around and they are guarding the way. They're guarding the path to the communication tower. Still inside the shipping halls, Zenon just holding back, waiting for his teammates to try and clear the path for him. So far, he has not gotten the word to go. There we go. He's been called out. Looks like all of the allies have gone down. Support fire all over the place. Panzerfaust from Ripley taking out Pink and Murr, and also himself. Oh my god, 30 seconds left on the clock now. Zenon still has the documents, and he's making his rush now for the communication tower. Looks like his path is clear. He's being followed, and now the path being cleared by Preparox. They're almost at the tower. It's going to be a very, just almost, there we go. They've transmitted the documents. The first time they've been on the clock at all this round. 9 minutes, 39 seconds set on the clock by Violent Solves Everything. Wow, that was a good push.
Well, they got it done at 9:39. It's going to give the SnapS team plenty of time to get it done. Let's take a look at the efficiencies here. SnapS allies, we've got some nice 75 and 60 efficiencies going on versus the 35s and 37 and 41 efficiencies of the VSE team. SnapS again with the better aim. SnapS again really bringing the herd. 18 and 9 for Ripley, 66 efficiency, 15 and 5 for DarkWing with a 75 efficiency. You gotta like it. Game is underway. 3-0 in favor of SnapS. VSE get on the board, but at 9:59 or so on the clock, VSE, the allied team, now going to be the Violent Solves Solves Everything roster. Synchronic, DTV, Pink, Xena, and Mir, Preferox versus the Axis incoming SnapS, Capten, DarkWing, Ripley, Sweet Vega, and Hypnotoad. It's time to get our game on in 1944. Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. The game is already won by SnapS, but it's a matter of what that final score is going to be. We're going to find out as we sound the alarm and call down the thunder. Take it away.
Dynamite has been planted by the service door. Violence Solves Everything, taking a page from the defensive book set out by the SnapS team, going into the shipping halls, try to head them off the pass, but you know what? It wasn't good enough. SnapS now coming out of the shipping halls, making their way towards that tower and the documents. 8 minutes, 47 seconds left on the clock. We have no dynamite planted. There we go. Dynamite is going down by the door. Hypnotoad is trying to set at the fortress wall, and there you go. Fortress wall has been planted. Now it looks like we have some good defense set up on top. The VSE taking out long distance DTV, going down by Vegas MP40. Mur the medic still alive, reviving his teammate, and they're the only people on top of the tower right now. And SnapS is already out here, so they really want to buckle that down. Allies reclaiming the shipping halls, but that is not really going to make much of a difference for the SnapS team. They can get in there easily and take that back from them anytime they choose. 8 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock, and now, oh, nice grenade from DTV, taking out DarkWing and Hypnotoad, and Capten going down from Synchronic support fire. Good defense by VSE as the Axis team reclaiming those shipping halls. 7 minutes, 54 seconds left on the clock, and right now the tower is all quiet.
Well, this is going to be an exciting round for one reason, because SnapS is going to win the game, but a team like Violence Solves Everything aren't going to quit. These guys have got a good sense of what it means to play the game, and they really want to get on the scoreboard. They want to come out of here with a 3-1 margin. It's important to them, and they're fighting like they want it. They realize they can't win it, but they want to get it done, and that's what they're going to do right now. They got to hold off. They got to hold off SnapS for another 7 minutes and 26 seconds. Can they do it? We're going to find out. SnapS now taking a little time to regroup. These guys just sort of shambling into position. The Allies now, VSE, all over. Wouldn't be prudent. Oh, trouble. We got some grenade fire. A massive panzer bounce. VSE Preferox taking down Capten and Hypnotoad. It looks like VSE have taken an injection of ass-kicking, because these guys really have boosted their gameplay here, but it is just a little bit too late. If they could have brought this style of game a little bit earlier, it may have been a different story. SnapS Vega out here, Axis offense, front of the Allied fortress, waiting now, dodging behind some trees, exchanging fire to the upper tier with VSE Mir, who plunges off the upper side of the tower and skis down the hill, his body leaving a trail of red behind him, but he's going to get revived here by VSE Zenon, the medic right here, and reinforcing the position of the Allied tower by the documents over here left-hand side. SnapS Ripley, he does so bad, pulls out the Panzer, waiting now, and opens fire close range. Yes, no, pulls out the pistol instead, makes a little engagement with Preferox. Preferox goes down, and Ripley with a pistol goes hand in hand, but is taken down finally by VSE Veer. Nice engagement, nice attempt. 615 remaining, machine gun fire, SnapS all over the tower, but one after another they're being shot down, cut down, and it's just not going to happen. But they're slowly gaining ground, DeeAy, and VSE is slowly losing ground here at 6 minutes remaining.
Hypnotoad very, very close to the documents now, engaging in some gunfire with a DTV, and he goes down, SnapS on the tower, and we have a grab. Vega the medic has the documents, 5 minutes, 51 seconds left on the clock. Axis stolen those documents, and they're making their way now, skiing down the hill, making their way to the shipping halls. He's being backed up by one of his teammates, just waiting for the rest of them to catch up, but you know what, they're going to make a run for it. They've got lots, so here we go, the rest of the teammates are coming in, they've just respawned, following Vega's kill, being followed, backed up by DarkWing Duck, making their way through the shipping halls, gonna pop his head out and not even checking to see if there are any allies, which he should have done, because there we go, Synchronic is out there, but Synchronic is being kept busy as Vega still has the documents. He's making his way, he is almost at the tower now, not being backed up by anybody, but his teammates are just keeping control. He's going around the opposite side of the tower, gonna go in the side door, and looks like he's gonna, there we go, they beat the clock, 4 minutes, 31 seconds, and it looks like SnapS is gonna take this 4 rounds to 0.
4-0. Final victory for SnapS. It was decreed. It was, dare I say, foreseen. But the Violence Solves Everything team bring a great game. They make the valiant attempt. These guys have got good teamwork. They've got the good skills. But they are outplayed and outgunned by SnapS tonight. If anything, initially, DeeAy, they had a very strong offense.